Hi everyone, and welcome to Ohio Valley Couponer. Today it is Tuesday, November the 11th of 2025. I am going to be talking to you guys today about everything you need to know about the Be Frugal Rewards app. I am so excited. I have really been enjoying this app. If you guys have had any questions about this app at all, I would highly recommend and encourage you watch this video in its entirety because I am trying to explain everything you need to know to be able to use the Be Frugal Rewards app and get these awesome rebates. Be Frugal has actually been around for a while, but they just recently partnered up with the same people who run Swagbucks, Inbox Dollars, My Points to create another way to earn rebates. And I really enjoy the Be Frugal Rewards because even though like most of the rebates are the same products or whatever, many of them are like higher value. And I love that it gives us the opportunity to do some of the deals again, even if we did them on the other apps already. Like last week we had that crazy moneymaker on those Mamba candies. If you guys saw my video, and I maxed it out on Swagbooks, Inbox Dollars, My Points, and Tada, but because of Be Frugal Rewards, I was able to do it again on that app. So it is a really good app to have in your couponing toolbox, so to speak, of apps and stuff to be able to save and make money. So I do recommend it, but I have had quite a few questions from people who are kind of confused on how everything works, who have some questions about like how long it takes to get the offers, how to convert your points to gift cards or to PayPal credit or whatever. And so I'm going to share with you guys my personal experience, tell you how to do all these things, and just show you guys how to use Be Frugal and everything you pretty much need to know to be able to use the Be Frugal Rewards app. Before we get into me explaining what this app is and exactly how to use it, if you guys are going to sign up, I would greatly appreciate it if you would use the link I have in the description box. That does help me out a little bit, and it's very much appreciated. So if you guys are going to sign up, please consider doing so using my link. So yeah, but I'm going to go ahead and lay a foundation first of exactly what this is. If you've never heard of Be Frugal Rewards, this is what it is. This is the premise of it. This is how it works. So, Be Frugal Rewards is a really awesome program. It is very similar to like Swagbuck, Inbox Dollars, My Points. Very similar to that you get rewards points if you do surveys or if you do receipt uploads, which is what we're mostly going to be doing as couponers. Also, if you play games, and there's a couple other things, but you could get extra points for doing that, and you can in turn turn those points into PayPal, Venmo, Zelle, physical check, gift cards, and even into a direct deposit. So, I mean, there are so many options. And so it's really cool. So, while I say that it is similar to Swagbucks, Inbox Dollars, My Points, and Tada, and actually they are kind of working with the same people who have the offers on those other apps. But with Be Frugal, number one, it's an opportunity to do the deal again. Like, that's one thing. Like, maybe I did a deal on Swagbucks for a product I bought and I maxed it out. Well, now I could do it on this other app. However, a lot of the deals are actually worth way more with the points, and that is how they do their points conversion. So, 5,000 points is equal to $5. 10,000 points is equal to $11. 20,000 points is equal to $23. 50,000 points is equal to $60, and 100,000 points is equal to $125. So the higher you let your points value go up, the more it's worth. And it's not like that on the other apps. So like already, even if the points, like they were giving you the same amount of points for each offer, you'd already be doing a little bit better with Be Frugal. But that's actually not even the case because several of the offers are just outright worth way more. So for instance, this rebate for the Knoppers chocolate wafers, it's 300 points on Swagbucks, which is $3. With Be Frugal, it's actually for $4.05 back, even if you don't like save up your points to get a higher value gift card. 5,000 points is equal to $5. So you're already looking at $4.05 from Be Frugal. So that's already $1.05 more. Now, it doesn't always work out that way, but there are several rebates that it does. So that's kind of the foundation. I'm going to go ahead now and go into specific things. So a big question that I've gotten multiple times is I don't know how to find the grocery rebates because there are several other cashback things on the website. Like for instance, there's a lot of online cashback, which is actually what Be Frugal really was been like all about up until this point, is getting cashback for online purchases, which is still a thing. They also have cashback if you play games or do surveys. So I want to show you guys exactly where to find the grocery cashback rebates to make sure you're going to the correct place. So you want to get the Be Frugal app. It says Be Frugal cashback and coupons. You are looking for this app specifically in the App Store or Google Play or whatever. If you are just doing this over your computer, which you can, you just go to befrugal.com. But you're going to get this app, and it's going to launch this homepage. And this is for the online cashback, which is not what we're wanting. So what you're going to want to do is in that top left corner, you're going to click on the like 3 lines and scroll all the way down to the bottom, where it says Be Frugal Rewards. So it's not going to be on that homepage. You're not going to click on the store like I know it said CVS. You don't want to do that. You want to click on Be Frugal Rewards. On that homepage is for the online cashback. But to access the grocery rewards, you have to click on Be Frugal Rewards. That then takes you to the homepage for the Be Frugal Rewards. So you're seeing a couple of different things here. It defaults to the games. So that's the first page it shows you with all the games. But then it also shows you see their offers, surveys, and then at the very, very end there, if you click the little arrow pointing in the right direction, it takes you to the option to click on receipt scanning, which is what you need for the grocery rebates. And so from there, that brings this big catalog of all the available rebates. So there are a couple different ways you could just scroll through all of them. That's an option, and look at all the rebates that are available. You also can filter it by store on this Be Frugal Rewards page. As you see there, it shows like Walmart, Kroger. Even there's a search bar, so if you want to search for a particular rebate, you could do that as well. But however you want to do it, you can go through and look at all the rebates. But to be able to submit for a rebate, you do have to add the offers to your list. So as you see there, there's a button. It said add to list. You add that to list. That saves it to your list of rebates. And when you go to upload your receipt, it should be there on your list to upload. So for instance, let's say I bought 2 of these Advils for this Be Frugal Rewards rebate that is available. On each of the offers, it does give you all the specific details, the participating products, the rules, the restrictions, all that fun stuff. You can't combine any coupons or other rebates with the Be Frugal Rewards, so it's just like how Swagbucks says it and all that. It's the same exact rules. You can only use that rebate on that item. Like, you can't combine a bunch of different rebates. So be aware of that. But to submit a receipt, it's actually pretty easy. So you will just click Upload Receipt. You will select the store you went to, and then on your list, it'll show you all the offers that you saved on your list. So you'll go ahead and select whichever one you did. So you will click on Select This Offer, and then you will change the quantity to however many that you purchase. And as of the time of filming, I have talked to Be Frugal Rewards, and they are working on this. But as of the time of filming, so for instance, this offer says you can do it twice per month. So if the rebate is buy 2, get so many points, you should be able to buy 4 and get so many points on one receipt. Currently, Be Frugal Rewards, it only has it set that you can submit a quantity of 3 per receipt. So you can't buy, even though it is twice per month, you can't buy 4 on one receipt and submit. You have to buy 2 and submit that receipt, and then it seems like a couple of days later it shows up that you can do it again. They are in the works of trying to fix that, because I have been talking with Be Frugal Rewards, and that's something they're working on. But that is currently how it is right now. So be aware of that. I did see someone on a comment said, like, I purchased 4, but they'll give me credit for 3. So be aware of that and just do 2 on one day, and then it should reset. Like on the Mamba Candy, that reset like the next day or whatever for me to go and do again. So be aware of that. Kind of a pain, but they're working on it. So be aware of that. But when uploading a receipt, you select the offer off the list and change the quantity. And then you're going to submit a photo of your receipt. And this is actually pretty simple. You're just going to either open up your camera or have a pre-done photo or whatever. Maybe you already took it. Whatever. You will just select a photo of your receipt. You will click Add Receipt. You can either take a photo, choose a file, or take a photo from your photo library. That's what I did. So I had the picture and I just added it and clicked Upload. And it took a couple of seconds or whatever, probably 10, 15 seconds to process. And then it says this, and this is really important because I've seen quite a few questions about you didn't get your points right away. I can say I have done several offers with Be Frugal Rewards, and none of them have just automatically went through. They have all required review. Some of them take longer than others. Like, for instance, I have a rebate from about a week ago that is still in review. I've had others that have gone through the review a lot quicker. But I will say, as of right now, they all have had to be reviewed. So be aware of that. I have gotten my money on almost all the offers. I think there's like 2 of them that are still in review, but the other ones have all gone through. Just took a few days, but it did go through. So be aware of that. That's been a big comment I've gotten, is people saying, I did this 6 days ago and I've still not gotten my money. That is because it can take up to 10 business days. So guys, don't be concerned if it doesn't go through right away, if it goes for a few days. That, unfortunately, it is a waiting game for some of these, so be aware of that, up to 10 business days. But once that review is complete, you should be good to go and have your points in your account. And like I said, most of mine have done this. There's only a couple that still aren't done. How can you track what offers are still in review? If you see that little clock icon, you can click on that and it'll actually show you the ones that are still in process. So here is my log of rebates. Like it's showing the history. So there it's showing the little critters is still in process, but it's showing I got credit for the Lysol wipes. It's showing that one of my Mamba fruit chews is still in process, but it's showing me the ones that got credited. So this is a nice history that shows you, okay, here's what's processing, here's what's been processed. And the big question is, how do I get my money? So, first up on the homepage where it says your balance, you can click on this. It'll actually show you a ledger of all your Be Frugal rewards points, the offers you got, and basically a ledger of how much you have. Now, I wish I would have recorded this when I had points to convert because I currently don't have enough points to convert. But once you have 5,000 points, you can actually start converting your points to a dollar amount in your Be Frugal account. So if you're on Be Frugal Rewards and it says you have 5,000 points, you can convert those to $5. That will then show up as your balance in your Be Frugal account. So there's that. That'll be back on the main page that's not Be Frugal Rewards. It's converting the money from your Be Frugal Rewards to your main Be Frugal account. So let's say you get cash back from online purchases and you do the rebates, like the grocery rebates. It's all one cumulative balance once you convert your Be Frugal Rewards points to dollars. So my example here is I actually was able to convert 10,000 of my points into $11, which is now available to cash out in my Be Frugal account. So it shows you that at the top what your balance is. It'll say my account. You actually want to toggle over that and click payouts. That is how you can actually cash out your money. So you don't want to go to the balance page. You want to go to the payouts page. So be aware of that. But you can actually select a bunch of different things. So let's say I wanted a hotels.com gift card. I could select that. I get PayPal, but there's a bunch of options. There's PayPal, there's Venmo, there's Zelle, there's check, a physical check in the mail, direct deposit, a bunch of gift cards. Some of the gift cards even give you extra bonuses back. So that's even good as well. A really, really, really important thing to know with Be Frugal is you only cash out every 14 days. So you do have to wait to cash out again until 14 days after you requested your last cash out. So let's say I requested this $11 today. I'd have to wait 14 days until I can get my next cash out. So that is something to be aware of as well. But yeah, guys, I really, really hope this makes sense. I've been getting a lot of comments of people who have questions or maybe a little bit confused on how this all works. So I'm really hoping that this video helped clear any of that up. And guys, if you're not already signed up for Be Frugal Rewards, please use my link in the description. It is so much appreciated when you guys do that. And yeah, and remember, when you do your first offer, you get an extra 2,000 points. So it's a win-win. It's a win-win. So anyways, guys, that's all I got for this video. I hope you all did enjoy, and thank you so much for watching.